Hey, everyone.
How's everybody doing?
Woo.
Look at all these people here coming,
Ooh,
sitting in the front row.
I got to see the chat. Look, there we go. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You guys, I am so happy to see you.
I know. Yarn Fairy's in the house. She's in the front row. She pre-purchased her ticket. She's here early.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Amby's here. Hi, Amby. Hello from your creative corner of creation.
I love that so
Mhm.
much.
She says she'll be listening mostly tonight because she's got dishes and then has to cook supper.
Like, it's junior mints that are heart shaped. I just have to point that out.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
I love them even more now.
I know, me too.
So Deborah Pete is here. Hey, Deborah. And Sarah says hello from the UK, almost 10 p.m. here. I'm watching in bed, so may fall asleep. I've been poorly today with an icky tummy, so if I fall asleep, I'll watch the replay. Oh, Sarah, I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Icky tummies are the worst.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
happy birthday to Yarn Fairy's daughter.
Oh, exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Deborah says chores, bummer.
Mhm.
Patty Barker's here. Hey, Patty. Hey, Lisa. 9 o'clock Sunday morning there for Lisa.
Oh my goodness.
Lefty Crochets and Mirror Knits says hello. Lefty Crochets. I know someone who crochets lefty.
I don't know who you're talking about.
She's got this little channel called Hook to the Left.
Lisa, this is what I'm crocheting. It's another scrap GAN.
Of course, look at that.
Working on that, and between working on that, I'll work on this some more.
I love that.
I need to make mine like that. What yarn is that?
That is the one from Dollar Tree.
Oh,
the just yarn. I know, aren't those colors pretty? Well,
They're
except
so
for
pretty.
this one. This color right here is this is a Bernat, like the Bernat. Is it? Hold on. No,
just like their basic
sorry.
yarn.
It's Red Heart with Love.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Red Heart with Love, and then the rest is the just yarn.
So pretty.
Nice bold colors. I love it.
Yeah.
So pretty. So I want to say hi to Lizzie. Lizzie's here. Hey, Jamie's here. Hey, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Hello again to most of you all from today's Super Fun Live with Ginger the Yarn Geek over with Kim. Hi, Melanie. Hope your trip was uneventful to town. And hi, Julie. I miss you midweek. So hi, Jamie. It's good to see you.
Yes, hi, Jamie. And yes, my day and what honestly, it's stuff that I was trying to get scheduled for tomorrow, including my nails, but nothing's open on, and I promised my daughter that we would get our nails done. So
can we see?
Wait a minute, let me see your nails again.
Yeah, let me make you big. Let me make you big.
Those are beautiful.
Oh, wow.
They're ombre with like kind of a peachy pink instead of a straight up pink. And then it has glitter in it, but you can't see it, but I can see it.
Those are so pretty.
So
you said my favorite word. You said glitter.
Yes, exactly. They're a little bit long for me, so I might not do them as long next time. But anyway, I promised her that we would get that done this weekend, and I tried to schedule it for Sunday, and that didn't work. But what I really had to cancel my show for and not just leave early, I had a package delivered at the post office box that was too expensive to leave there all day, and I tried to pick it up at 9:30, and they said it won't be ready until 11.
Oh.
They haven't processed it yet. So that's where I'm at. That's, small town vibe. It is what it is.
So hi to Vicky. Yarn Fairy's doing pretty good today. That's good. Gina's here. Danina's here. Hey guys. Carol's here. Deanna's here. Dee's Creative Hands. Joe's here. Ed's here. Hey June. I just don't want to miss anybody. Let's see. Sydney's here. Hey Sydney. And Yarn Moods. Lori. Did I already say Lori? Denise's not sure if she can stay for the whole show. She's having family over for her husband's 50th birthday.
Exciting.
Nice. I had that birthday last year. I'm getting ready for 51. End of this month.
Remember that she's ordering in and not cooking.
Good for her.
Right?
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wanda's here. Hey, Wanda. She's got yarn is here.
All right, I'm going to bring up the other chat. So you have me as a moderator, right, Julie?
Yep.
All right.
And I just got rid of it. So,
Oh, that person. Yeah.
yeah. And let's see here. And Angela's here. I think I got everybody. Woo-hoo.
Yay.
Yay. Everybody's here. So, how's your stash busting going, guys?
It's going pretty good. I'm on my 6th blanket.
Sixth.
Well, I've gotten 3 completed, 2 that are over halfway done, and 1 that has this much on it.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I finished the one I was working on last week, the knitted one. So that one is done.
Woo.
And I have been under it at least once. It is just so squishy.
God,
I
love
just
it.
love it. It's so squishy. And I finished my grannies. Those are the blocks I showed you all last week. So I finished that one. But I've got to weave in the ends still.
Oh, that's so
love that. That's
exciting.
gorgeous.
So I love that. And then I finished a blanket that I made for someone really special who always does really special things for other people.
Uh-huh.
Even though she's kind of battling herself. She never lets on that she's battling herself. So I had my husband who works with her. I said, ask her what her favorite colors are. And she said, like teals and blue, like the colors of the ocean.
Mhm.
So I've always wanted to make one of those ocean blankets. Everybody's seen them on Pinterest.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally made one. So I'm so excited.
It's so cute. I love that.
I love it. And
It
my
is so-
favorite part
So oceany.
is the starfish. Can you see it?
Yeah.
I
I love that.
Starfish. Where is it? There it is. I just loved it. I had so much fun making it. And now I wish I could keep it.
Yeah, but
But I have enough. I have plenty. Hollow Queen's here. Good greetings, mortals. Thank you.
Hello,
Lisa. Oh, Kat A says she started Jada's Tunisian. I finished January. I'm going to start February tonight. I hope. That's my plan for after.
Oh, did she release Friday yesterday? I mean,
Yeah, she did.
Yesterday? Okay.
Yeah, she released February, so I'm ready to go.
I need to do my border. Still finish my border. You guys, I have gotten no crochet done this week.
Oh man, I've gotten. Somebody asked how many hours I crochet a day. Usually,
Oh, I would guess it's like 8 at least.
yeah. This week it's been like 12, like every day, because But usually about 5 or 6.
Wow.
I'd say I'd average.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, Yarn Moods. I turned 51 on February 27th.
What?
We're birthday sisters, Yarn Moods.
Y'all are twins? You just didn't know it.
What time were you born? I was born at 7 a.m.
Wait a minute. It's Tiffany's birthday?
If Tiffany is Yarn Moods, her birthday is on the same day as mine, and we're both turning 51. And we have 51 viewers at the moment.
Yeah.
My mind is blowing right now.
I'm 51.
Yeah, but you'll be 52.
Oh, I'll be 52.
Be 52. Like the band.
That's pretty cool.
You need to on your birthday do a bouffant hairdo.
Yeah,
There you
love
go.
Jack.
There you go.
Oh, that's funny because you were born at 7 something in the morning. She's born at 7:20 p.m.
Oh, wow. I'm older. Denise says, I learned how to knit last night. Won't be
Oh, that's so
busting stash
exciting.
with knitting.
Knitting.
it does take a little bit longer. When I was talking to my husband about our birthdays, because his birthday is right before mine. He's only about 46 hours older than me. So we were talking about what we wanted for our birthdays. And I told him I want one of the small Centro, is it Centro or Centra? Centra, I think, knitting machines. I want to try it. I want to make some socks with it.
That
But I don't know if I can count that in the Stash Buster. That doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, I would. Go ahead.
Nah.
yeah, because you're still busting your stash. Anything you
Yeah,
make, you're busting your
but-
stash.
Yeah. Have you seen how fast those things bust through stash? It's not really fair. Oh my goodness.
Not very
Lizzie
fast.
says she wishes she could knit faster. But went to HL earlier this week. Oh, Hobby Lobby. I'm like, what's HL? And bought 10 of the Love This yarn and sport weight and color confetti.
Ooh.
Sounds like a big project coming up.
There's that Centro sock yarn.
What does it say? Oh, I can't shut up and there's no one around to talk to Ginger. Can you say squishy hug for us? I'm hearing that heart. I'm going to record it now. It's my incoming text. I'll stop now. Okay.
Okay. If you haven't yet, can you guys give the like button a big squishy hug?
Oh, I didn't know what she was talking about. I'm glad you did.
A big squishy hug.
Oh my gosh.
We do love the squishy hugs. Squishy hugs are wonderful.
We do. We do. Hello Queen has finished a cardigan for one daughter, now working on a blanket hoodie for the other.
Awesome. Good
That
job.
sounds
Way to go.
cozy. That sounds super cozy.
It does.
Oh, Kat says tin roof rusted.
That's right.
I'm still working my way through the chat. You guys, I'm super slow at it. I don't know how most YouTubers keep up. Yarn Furry's working on her 5th Stash Buster blanket.
Wow.
Very
Dang.
nice.
I'm a slacker.
Denine's going to be 50 in July. Oh, Joe Fagan says a machine that makes socks. Do tell. Well, it's a knitting machine, Joe, and it knits in tubes. So you can either knit tubes or you can knit panels with it as well. And there's different sizes you can get. But I want to get the 22 pin one because it's smaller. So it would knit like sock size, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to try it. It seems like it'd be hard to figure out how to adjust the size. I know you can adjust tension. I don't know. But I've never tried one and I want to try one, and
That sounds like so much fun. That would be worth however much it cost.
yeah, they're not the one that I'm gonna get is only about $35. You could get an Addy and spend a lot more money, but I don't want to spend a lot of money if I don't know if it's something I'm gonna want to pursue.
Right, for sure.
So I figure $30 is like going out to dinner.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to try it. And I'll probably do a video after I do try it. But there's lots of people who have already done videos. So I know because I've been researching it all week. All right. I'm just looking through the chat, guys. I'm trying to keep up.
My day was good. Very busy, Alice. Thank you so much for asking. It was just, was very, very busy. I think I got here back home at about 3:30 to throw together my slides.
Yeah. Lefty Crochet says, I'm not tracking yardage. I'm tracking skeins. I purchased 16 skeins at the beginning of January, and I've used them up, plus 7 more at the end of the month.
Nice.
That's
See, that's what
amazing.
stash busting. If you're using more than you're bringing in, awesome.
You're doing what you're supposed to do. That's it. That's all you have to do. It really just the tracking the yardage.
Yeah.
Something fun that Julie and I are doing.
Yeah.
I am trying to get Ginger to do it, but hi.
Hi, Anthony.
But I tried to get Ginger to do it, but yeah, it's okay if she doesn't because she'll blow us out of the water.
She's gonna blow us out of the water. So we told her she can start telling us how much her yardage is in December, and then maybe we'll have a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Deborah and Yarn Fairy agree that I should still consider knitting machine busting my stash. They're like, think of it as double stranding.
Well, I agree with that. I think you still should use it as a stash busting because maybe you had help from a machine, but if I had a machine and I was cranking something out, then I'd be that's a busted stash right there.
So Wynette says she has an Addie and it's so much fun. Yeah, I can't wait to try it.
Yeah, that would be so much fun.
Yeah, everybody knows that I read the chat really slow. So Kat says, my sister and I are making chemo hats and baby blankets for the Women's Health Center.
I love
That
it.
is so nice. So the blankets that I showed are probably going to the cancer treatment center in our area because the woman that I made the ocean blanket for she's going through chemo treatments right now. So she actually takes the blankets I make with her and drops them off there. So it's such a nice thing to do. It just feels good, to donate them. So
yeah.
And I've got plenty of blankets. Actually, I don't have as many as I used to. I'm just sending them out.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because you've been gifting a lot of them.
Yeah, I got rid of a bunch. So Kat crocheted 17 miles of yarn last year.
Wow.
I love that.
Mel, that's going to have to be our next step is figuring out how many miles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we've done 1 mile yet?
Nice.
Hang on, let me check.
Hello Queen says, can anyone help me with an owl-themed teacher gift? I really need to pamper my youngest son's teacher. She's been amazing.
Aww.
I've seen little dish scrubbies that were owls. If you go on Pinterest and put in crochet owl dish scrubby, those are super cute.
We've done about 2 miles each.
Oh, have we really?
A little bit less. It's 1,007. No, a little bit less. You may have done about 2 miles. 1,760 yards is a mile.
Okay. I wonder how many miles we're gonna plug through there.
I don't know. I got to start working on my stuff. Yeah, Kim just put that in there, but 1,760.
How many miles is 350,000 yards? That's how many I did as of the end. It was about the middle of August last year.
Let me see. $198
miles.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow!
I feel so accomplished.
Paid 198 miles last year.
Well, that was as of the middle of August.
Oh, so in just like 5 months, 6 months, no, 4 months, 4 or 5 months. Wow.
I did do a lot of scrap gans, so
Yeah.
I like what Janine says there. See, that's another point that you can just go ahead and count it as your scrap busting.
What kind of a stash? Well, I'm gonna give it a try, Janine. I've seen it, and yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it or not. That's why I'm going with the little one first, and we'll just kind of see and play with it. Because I tried, the circular looms.
Yeah,
I tried those too, and I was like, I can crochet way faster.
Oh, I just saw this. I got to read Lauren's. She just said, hello, I was reading a fascinating article on gut mucus and missed the notification.
Oh my God. Speaking of that. About not gut mucus, but mucus.
Yeah.
And what was the little factoid that you gave us, Julie?
Well, I went to my ENT this week. For the first time, I'd never been to an ENT, ear, nose, throat doctor. And because if you all watch me very often, you know that I'm constantly clearing my throat and coughing, and it's all from postnasal drip. And she told me that all humans produce up to 1 liter of postnasal mucus every day that they swallow and they don't even know. A liter. I was picturing a 2-liter bottle and I was like, half of that.
Could you imagine if that was full of mucus?
Oh, so gross.
A mason jar full of mucus?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But for me, what she told me was that my biggest problem was that I don't drink enough water, so I'm not thinning the mucus that I produce. And she was absolutely right. And once I started drinking a lot of water, I would say at least half of the problem has been solved. And then she showed me the proper way to use saline and Flonase because I was doing that wrong too. So yeah, so much better now. So, but yeah, really gross, right?
That's what Alice says. Wow, post-nasal mucus. That's what I came for.
You never know what you're going to get at the yarn hookers.
Never know.
Yeah. You never ever
Okay,
do.
Lisa Knit says, Ginger, you are a crochet machine.
Oh.
Right?
Yes. If I had a Ginger, I wouldn't have to buy a knitting machine.
Just crank Ginger.
Yeah, just crank her up. You know?
Just crank me up.
And it's easy to crank her up. You just bring her coffee.
Yes, or a Diet A&W, you know, either way.
Mm-hmm.
Either way.
Or a Diet Coke from the Quick Stop.
Oh yeah.
That'll work too.
Right.
Yeah, quick. Yeah, a 32 ounce.
Yep.
Is it me or does nothing taste better than like a fountain drink?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can get a bottle of Coke at the convenience store, or you can go to McDonald's and get a Coke, you know, from the fountain. And it's just, there's no comparison. It's so much better.
No, I absolutely agree. And in fact, I'm not a fan of Diet Coke unless it's a fountain drink.
Oh yeah, and I don't like Diet Coke at all, but I do like, you know, regular Coke. And oh my God, Kit loves a fountain Coke.
Anthony says it's because McDonald's gets it directly from Coca-Cola and there's less middlemen.
Okay.
Maybe
He's right. So Lisa would rather a bottle drink. I used to love when I was a kid, you used to be able to get Coke in a bottle, like a glass bottle.
Yeah.
And that did taste different.
Well,
but especially the thicker glass, it does taste different.
Did you ever do
Atlanta and get a free one when you go to the Coca-Cola little amusement park thing that they have?
I need to go there.
Well, it's not free because you got to pay for entry, but you get one as like a souvenir.
Did you ever do the thing with a Coke bottle where you would suck all the air out of it and then put your tongue in it and it would like suck your tongue in?
Yeah, it's kind of freaky the first time you do that.
Yeah, and sometimes
you like go into panic mode. You're like, oh my God. like those things you put on your finger.
Yeah.
Those wicker like traps, and you try to separate your fingers and you can't separate them. I go into instant panic mode whenever I have one of those on my finger.
Yeah. Can't get my fingers out.
You can see my
Oh, Pat says she buys little bottles of Coke from Mexico. They use sugar and not corn syrup.
Oh, okay. That's actually good. I like that. Much better than corn syrup.
Yeah. Yeah, and they should really bring back the returnable glass bottles. It would be so much less weight. I agree completely.
I agree, because even plastic, even if you everybody recycled their plastic, it still is not as friendly as if the glass bottles that we could take back to the distributor.
Well, what I have learned about recycling plastic bottles is it is much more expensive for companies to purchase recycled plastic than it is for them to buy virgin plastic. Mm-hmm. So we can recycle and recycle and recycle, but if companies aren't using that recycled plastic, it's not going to get us anywhere. It's just cheaper for them to manufacture new plastic. So, yeah, sad.
Oh my gosh! Here's a thought: in the Harry Potter movie, someone had to be an uncredited actor to be the knitter for the magic knitting. Oh my gosh! Maybe it was Ginger. I love it.
Ginger didn't see it. Ginger, you have to read the comment.
What?
You have to read the comment on the screen. Can you see it?
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Yeah. That's so funny.
That is funny.
Lauren likes tea more than soft drinks. I'm starting to like tea more, but I like my tea hot, and then I'm sweating for like a half hour afterwards.
You don't drink iced tea at all?
Not really.
Like, oh, I forgot I have iced tea. I should go make myself a glass of iced tea.
Yum.
Well, okay.
That's how my brain works. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Hollow Queen says that the government should make it more attractive to companies to purchase recycled plastic. Yeah, that would be great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ambi says I like Southern sweet tea, which means that the straw can stand up without the use of the ice. No, it just there's a lot of sugar.
Oh, if it's got a lot of sugar, I like it.
My grandma used to always.
I could eat my tea with a spoon. There's so much sugar in it.
My grandma used to always make her sweet tea with sweet and low.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. So I don't like the taste of sweet tea with sugar in it. It has to have some kind of artificial sweetener in it.
Oh my gosh. And sweet and low is like the worst of the artificial sweeteners.
Well, that's what they had back when they had the blue diet Dr. Peppers.
Oh, here we go with the blue diet Dr. Pepper.
The sugar-free, they weren't even diet. They were sugar-free Dr. Pepper.
That is Lori's stash busting.
Oh, let me open you up picture.
That is so pretty.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
I love that.
That is gorgeous.
So beautiful, Lori. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. That's gorgeous.
You know, Joe, this is a very good question, and I have wondered that myself. Where do companies get their plastic for acrylic yarn? Because acrylic yarn is plastic. That is what it's made of. It is plastic. And I don't know. And I know that some companies do talk about their yarn is made from recycled plastic, but I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know whether it's recycled bottles or if it's recycled yarn. I just don't know.
Oh, right.
Good question. If anyone knows the answer, let us know.
Oh, Kat just noticed my Christmas tree.
Yeah, not Mel, Ginger and I were talking about her Christmas tree before we came live.
I love my Christmas tree. I can't help it.
I don't know what McAllister's is.
It makes me happy.
I told her she should crochet a bunch of hearts, all different colors, and use her strap up.
Then it'll be her Valentine's Day tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna crochet black hearts.
Throw
Like
a red one in there too.
What?
Like one red, one pink one in there with all your black hearts, so just so you can look at it and smile a little bit.
Yeah, just have one black heart.
I'll make a black heart with sparkles in it.
It'll be this big. You can put it at the top. Make it your tree topper.
I'll make one black heart with a mosaic turd on it, another black heart with a tapestry turd on it, and then just a brown turd.
Oh my goodness, Ginger.
Crocheted. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. That's okay. If that makes you happy, then do it. But if it doesn't make you happy, make red hearts.
Okay.
Yeah. You could make a red heart tree, like, red heart yarn.
Make red hearts for your tree out of red heart.
Yeah. And then see if you can get sponsored by Red Heart.
Oh, that would be great.
Well, are you guys ready to start the slideshow? It's been about a half hour of our just gabbing.
I love gabbing.
We're really good at just gabbing, though.
Look what my daughter made.
We talk about really fun things.
We do. We talk a lot.
I couldn't share this stuff earlier, but so I'm showing this. This was made by my daughter in pottery class, you guys. That's why I'm showing it.
Oh, that is so
that.
cute. That is so cute.
Anyway, I had to share.
I love that so much.
It is all good. All good. So, what are we talking about this week?
Crochet tips. I'm sorry, that's like crickets, and I have.
I know. I was like, I'm the only one awake.
I was reading Ambi's thing. She had a question. It said, "Do you call it sloppy joes or manwich?"
I call it sloppy joes.
joes.
Sloppy joes, sloppy joes. Do you remember that sketch from Chris Farley, Saturday Night Live? And he played the lunch lady.
I have no clue.
Oh my gosh, it was
But I
so
was never enough to know.
funny. Yeah, Chris Farley is the lunch lady, and they were singing sloppy joes, sloppy joes.
But I don't know. That would be better than what Ro's been getting. She's been getting what she calls anytime they have a barbecue sandwiches.
Yeah.
Really a mystery meat, and they have no clue what they're truly eating. It was.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's always a mystery.
Yes.
All right, so let's get started with our crochet tips.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so this one, you're going to use your first chain as your magic ring. So instead of doing an actual magic ring, you can just build into your first chain, and it's exactly the same. And I do have a video about it here, and I can click play if you guys want to watch it. It's only like a minute long, or we can just skip it.
We can go ahead and watch it.
Let's watch it.
You want to watch it?
Yes. I want to watch it.
Okay. Hopefully there's sound.
And the easiest way to do a magic circle is to not do a magic circle at all. What we're going to do is we are going to start with the chain. Now I am just going to pretend that I need to work double crochets into a magic ring or magic circle. I'm going to pretend that that is what my pattern is calling for. So instead of making the magic circle, I am going to chain up 4. And this is what I would do for a double crochet.
It is coming a little bit like studio sound, like a stadium sound.
So I'm going to chain
Oh,
up
is
4.
it? Do you want me to turn it off?
And let's
Like a
just
football
pretend
stadium.
that my
Do you want
pattern
me to
is
turn it
calling
off?
for 10
I
double crochet.
think we might need to, only because of the sound.
The
It might
chain
drive some people a little crazy.
Well, that is the last thing I want to do. I don't want to drive anybody crazy. But basically what I was saying was that, yeah, you just build into your first chain, the first one, you know, by the slip knot, and it's the same thing. You just pull the tail and it tightens it right up. So
That's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, I love that.
I wish I had learned it a long time ago.
Yeah, it's so funny.
And the easiest way to do it.
The
Sorry.
nodding thing, I didn't learn until I met you guys, which you'll show that a little bit later. And I'm like, why was this not in my life?
I know, right?
It's the best knot ever.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is. And that's what this is all about tonight, is just, you know, helping people discover the things that we discovered. And if you all in the chat have a great tip that we don't cover tonight, let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is something that I do if you write your own patterns at all, or even if you're just, you know, not to publish or anything like that, but you want to keep track of what you do, write it down when you're doing it. It's so much easier than going back and trying to remember what it was that you did. So I use the Notes app on my phone, and the speech to text on my phone, and that's how I do it. So it's always right there. I can just cut and paste it if I want to, but I don't know. To me, that's just super easy.
I love that.
I really need to try that. I know I've been saying that I'm going to, but I really need to.
Yeah. So like in this little video, I was using the speech to text. You can't hear me, but that's what I was using. And then I don't even have to like lift my finger up from my crocheting.
Because that is super important.
Yes.
It is. You don't want to lose your spot.
Absolutely not.
Oh, it's going to play that darn thing again. There we go. Okay, so this was, and I won't play the video. You can go back and check out the video later if you want to. But this was something that I taught everybody when we did a live of making hats. So whenever I'm working in the round, whether it's with an amigurumi or a hat or anything circular, I put my stitch marker on the loop of my hook at the very last stitch. So after I do my very last stitch, I put the stitch marker right on the loop that's on my hook. So that's good for two reasons. One, if it falls off my hook, it's not gonna like rip out my work, but also that is going to become my first stitch. So my stitch marker is already in place. It's just a little easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, speech to text, that's going to be a game changer for me.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what we're hoping for.
I love it.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just looking down here. Jada taught me the cinch circle, which is also the magic knot. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I love me some Jada. I was watching Jada right before I came on here.
And Lisa says, Julie, I do that since you taught us about the stitch marker, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's super helpful, I think. Okay. So this one I am so guilty of. I am in such a hurry to get started because I'm so excited about doing this project that I don't look at the end. And there have been so many times when I've gotten to the end and I'm like, oh, I was supposed to set aside 5 yards, for like piecing something together or whatever. So yeah, read your pattern through, or at least skim it. And the same thing with a video tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
You can speed it up if you want to, or scrub through it, but try to see how the pattern ends. It's not like a good book where you don't want to read the end first. You want to be prepared for what's going to happen at the end of your pattern.
Right. Generally, if you're using a pattern, you do want to know what the end looks like.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, that's me. That's a picture of me when I'm starting a new pattern. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Read it through or watch it through, whichever. And my last tip is to break the rules. Don't feel obligated to follow patterns exactly. Yes. If you like the way you're doing something better, then do it your way. You don't have to always follow the rules.
Yep.
True.
If the project calls for stripes and you don't like stripes, then don't do stripes. Do it the way you want to do it. So that is my
however you want to do it.
Yeah, that's my final tip. So I don't know whose tips are next.
Ginger's.
I think mine are. Oh yeah! I found these awesome things. They're things you can do to help your hands feel better. I thought the first one I found was not the massage one. It's this. Can you see what they did with those hooks?
Toothbrush thingies.
Yeah, you stick your hook in a toothbrush.
I think that is hysterical. So how do you get the toothbrush part off?
Yeah, the brushy part.
And you might have to drill like a hole.
I don't know, but I thought it was cool. It might say on that thing, I just can't read it because my glasses are in the other room.
I have my glasses. Let me see. It says, does your hook hurt your fingers after crocheting for a long time? I found this tip for us. Put them on the toothbrush handle. You can crochet all day and it won't hurt anymore. It doesn't say anything about how to do that.
How to get rid of the brushy part of the toothbrush. What's funny is I was looking at your slides and I was kind of scrolling through to do my slides and I saw that. I'm like, oh, ergonomic hooks. And I just went by. It wasn't until just
I did the same thing.
Wait a minute. Just Colgate. Oral-B.
I totally did the same thing. But there is that one hook
on the far left,
Michael's, and they look like toothbrushes to me.
Yeah, that's what I always thought.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Kat says my toothbrush is electric. That would be funny.
That would be funny, especially if you have like aluminum only hooks.
That would be great.
That would be funny. You know, I've heard of knitting machines, so maybe Kat has just come up with the first crocheting machine. Her electric toothbrush. So, can you tell us about the massage ball, Ginge?
Oh boy, if I could read it. Hold on.
Do you want me to read it for you?
Yeah, get you read it for me. It's basically ways to massage your hands and your wrists
Yeah.
and
So what is the ball? Like, is there a specific kind of ball, or is it like a tennis ball,
yeah, you
or
could use a tennis ball or
a
just
golf ball?
Something maybe that big, I would imagine, because you want to be able to press into here.
something that's kind of smaller.
Yeah. So it says here for your hands, you would roll the ball between your palms, roll palm to fingertip, shake out hands. I just have to say something, because right now I am literally sitting here going like this while I'm reading it.
Oh,
I'm like, rub it through your palms. What an idiot.
That's perfect.
I was doing this, so I get it. I get it.
And shake out your hands. For your arms, you roll it on your forearms on a hard, flat surface, and then you roll your upper arms against an empty wall. I've heard that with your neck too. You can do that with your neck with
against the wall.
Yeah, like on it with a tennis ball, you push it up against a wall. And
Another way that I do, because my back, like right in between my shoulder blades gets really tight. This area in your back right here.
Yeah.
Well, right back here.
Mm-hmm.
And I will lean against the corner of a wall, not where it meets to get where you're standing, where the two, you know what I mean? You just rub your back on the wall.
Yeah, where the dog scratches his butt is where you're talking about.
Yeah, not in the corner, but like where it
bends.
Where it bends, yeah.
It bends. It's not the inside corner, it's an outside kind of corner.
Yes, yeah. And that's a really good way to massage that muscle in your back.
Yeah.
That's the dog butt scratching corner in my household. But it's lower. The butt scratching happens lower, so it's all good. So you can still
Just Making It says, I found that rubbing CBD cream on my hubby's back ends up making a difference in my hand pain because she's got it on her hands. It's better on the hand used to put on the cream. So now I keep some for myself and rub my hands together. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really good.
All right. So
look, Ed does that, and with the back thing. Yeah, it's the best way. Oh, I was going to put something else on that blank one, and I forget what it was.
Well, that's okay. That's okay.
But I wish I would have found this particular. This is Crochet size charts.
Yeah.
And and it's for those 6 things. If you click on the Crochet size charts link, it will take you to size charts for each of those 6 things. But whenever I'm making a hat or something, like I will definitely get it way too big or way too little for whoever I'm making it for if I don't have a chart there that reminds me how big the thing is supposed to be, like in inches.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I know exactly what you mean. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
They're all over the place on Pinterest.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep pinning them. And then I'll go and I'll search. And I'm like, I know it's pinned. I don't know why I do another search, but they're so easy to find.
Yeah. They really are.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you were focused on Ginger there, because I was getting this cat, and I'm sure that she was scratching me, and it was a little distracting what I was doing.
Well, now I do know that with you, we have to be very careful.
Oh my God! Yes,
your cats. And if you want to just take a minute to explain to everybody what happened with your cats the other day, I think everybody
hilarious.
So, I would have shared this morning when I have my live, and I'll probably share next week. But okay, so you see back there, that's Ipit back there right now.
Right.
And he was doing that. And I was on a Zoom call and he was doing that, or he was loafing, or he was grooming himself. But it was It-Bit back there. And he was just chilling out and everything. Well, about 2/3 of the way through the call, my boss says, Melanie, take a look at your cats. So I turn around and it's little poo-poo head, also known as Screech, also known as the kitten that needs to be fixed, was back there dominating It-Bit. So it looked like we just switched on National Geographic, and
It was looking a little X-rated back there.
Yep. And then a little bit later, my boss says to me, we do Slack, so we have like the instant messenger Slack, and he puts in there, he goes, I had tried to call him, he didn't pick up, and he said, well, call me back if you still need me. I said, no, we figured it out. He goes, well, I was in the bathroom. So anytime I tell him that, he says TMI. And so I said TMI, LOL, and he goes, we watched your cats getting it on . Oh my God. I was telling them, I said, that is one of those events that if it were to happen and get like posted, that is a viral video right there.
It would have gone totally viral. So there's Mel at work on a Zoom call with her cats doing the nasty behind her.
Right there. And then when I said, well, they're both boys, and they're like, this is like even worse. Not worse. But, it's like, because they automatically thought boy, girl, and he was dominant. I'm like, no, all my cats are boys except for this one. And he's just dominant. It's just because he's not fixed. So it's a dominant thing.
Yeah.
Poor kitty cat.
He's just showing everybody who's boss, but.
Yep. And he can't show any other cat in this house who's boss except for my sweet middle child right here.
Aww.
My sweet middle child. He's just a little angel.
Poor baby.
Poor things. Poor things.
Yeah. Oh, why are you growling at me?
Was there anything else you wanted to show us on this slide, Ginger?
No. Except for the little blank pages there.
Yeah. Those were the pages intended to be left blank, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This page was intentionally left blank.
It was intentionally blank.
So I love this quote, Ginger. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, could you read it? I just don't have my glasses on.
Yeah.
They're on the car.
It says, don't compare yourself to other crocheters because you don't know how long they have been crafting or what their experience is. Instead, compare yourself to your own creations from when you first started. And that was Kylie Milletta who said that. So I think that's
true for anything in life.
Anything.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't know what part of their story that they're on.
Yeah.
And it actually reminds me of a quote that I keep on my desk at work. And I've been keeping it there since I started at my current job about 5 years ago. And I think it was in the first week I found this quote and I keep it on my desk. And it's a picture of Rafiki from The Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
The little monkey guy. And he's like in a yoga pose, like all zen. But the quote says, how does it go? Oh, the expert was once a beginner. And I just love that quote.
Yeah.
The expert in anything. I'm sorry. The expert in anything was once a beginner because it was like my first week at a job, and so you're kind of stumbling through and all day long you're like, I don't want people to, think I'm stupid. So you're just like stressed the whole time, hoping that nobody will think you're an idiot and comparing yourself to people who've done the job for like 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's so important. Yeah. Don't compare yourself. And Yarnmoo says, we also don't know how long that Instagram or Facebook picture of the perfect crochet project took to hide all of the flaws.
Yep. Yes.
Or you take the picture and you might just get like one portion of the project.
Yeah.
And the rest of it is
it's still a mess that you can't see.
Yeah. You're definitely
or if it's
they're
even
definitely putting their best foot forward, right?
And this just makes a good point, and I agree with this as well. It says don't even compare if you've been doing something the same amount of years, because you don't know how crazy OCD the other person is. Maybe they've been doing it 24/7 like a crazy person. So, and even if
first of all, if you're crocheting 24/7, that is normal. In this group.
Right?
That's true.
Right. That's okay, Dawn. Yeah, right.
I don't know who I was talking about there.
Okay, this is the first time I've seen it called a fisherman's knot.
Yeah, me too.
Same here. That's okay. This knot is the best thing, and I've seen it called. No, I think we determined that I was wrong calling it a Russian knot last time.
Yeah, I was wrong too. I've heard it called that, but it's a magic knot or the fisherman's knot.
Yeah, I always called it the magic knot, but
yeah,
the fisherman's knot works too. It is the best knot ever.
It's a perfect knot. I use it all the time. I use it when I'm changing color, fantastic blankets. I use it when I'm adding another skein of yarn on. Yep. You don't need to weave in ends, and that knot stays forever. It is a tight knot.
Yeah. Yeah. I first saw it on Fiber Spider. In fact, that was my first experience with Fiber Spider. I'd never watched his channel before, but I was like, this guy is amazing.
What a genius.
Yeah. But if I actually did a tutorial on it when I made my magic ball. I know Ginger did one. I think it was on a short.
Yeah. Whenever she was being told about rolling the cheese. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. But I think if you're going to be looking on YouTube for this particular knot, like as a tutorial, I would look under magic knot, because I've never heard it called fisherman's knot before.
Yeah.
I end up with like actual fishermen doing it with the big lines, maybe.
Lisa says, does it hold up to washing blankets and stuff? Yes. I've never had it come loose, Lisa.
Never, ever. Me either.
Yep. It is amazing. So yeah, if you, like I said, if you want to learn that knot, you can either go to my channel and look for the magic ball, because I show you how to do the magic knot in that video. And also Ginger, do you know what the name of your short is? If they were to search it, would they just go Yarn Geek Roll the Cheese?
Yeah. Or just look on my playlist, Yarn Geek Shorts.
Yeah.
But this fisherman's knot also, this picture right here just shows real simply how to do it. I love it that they did it in two different colors.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
And I'm pretty sure that's how Fiber Spider does it in his tutorial. I know I did it in my tutorial with 2 different colors.
Yeah.
It is super easy. The first time you do it, you're kind of like, wait, what? How do I tie this?
Yeah.
But then after you get it, you're like, how did I not know this?
Right.
Ed says that he used that knot when he worked in the fire department.
It's a great knot. I would have to say it's my favorite knot.
Yeah. Yeah, Lisa, it does work with all yarn fibers as far as I know. Okay,
so the thumbnail if you go to her reels on Instagram, it actually says Russian knot and cheese lecture. So that's what it says. So and it's probably as of right now, I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows down.
Yeah. Jess Making Knit says you can put a tiny amount of flexible fabric glue at the knot to reinforce it staying put. Has to be the flexible and washable kind, or it gets crusty.
Look, Jess, you need to stop giving away my tips.
Is that one of your tips?
Well, okay. It's close enough to it, but yeah.
Now this, I was just getting lazy, y'all. I was getting lazy. I was running out of time. There really are, if you click on this link, there are 42 awesome tips that you can click on. And if we have time in a little bit, I don't know if you want me to now, but in a little bit, I will click on that link and I will read some of them.
It's okay with me if you want to do it now.
Okay. Is it okay with you?
I can't stand that. No, of course I'm okay with it.
Okay. Let me find it.
And Jamie, to answer your question, yes, you tie the separate yarns together. So like say you have red and blue, you would tie the red knot kind of around the blue, and then you would tie the blue one kind of around the red, and then you pull the two strands opposite directions and it tightens it right up. Yeah, you got to watch a video. I can't explain it.
I had to make sure that Jess knew that I was not really mad at her.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to open us all up here so that Ginger can read her.
Okay. Sorry. You know me and technology. It's taken me like forever and
Do you want us
day.
to come back? Do you want us to come back to?
I got it. Okay. Yeah. The very first tip on here is, I'm waiting for it to load as I. Okay, number 1. To keep balls of yarn from falling out and rolling, put them in a washed, repurposed cylindrical. What?
This is the next slide on the slides.
Oh, get out.
Oh, yeah. Let's go through the slides first and then we'll read the list.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That works for me. Let's do the slides first.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, hang on 1 second.
Dang it, another one gone. So it's right here, repurpose empty Clorox or Lysol wipe containers as yarn. This is something that I just saw fairly recently. And I couldn't find the author of it, but I saw a picture of it on Pinterest. And I was looking at that. I'm like, oh my Lord, why did I not know about this? Because this would have been a lifesaver for my multi-strand, my 5-strand.
Yeah.
Because it keeps the balls from going together. So you put a skein in each one, and then you keep things a lot cleaner, and it keeps things from tangling so much. But
yeah, I love that.
But I really I thought that was a great idea. It keeps it nice and neat, and it doesn't crush, smush your yarn. Not that smushing the yarn is that bad, but anyway, I thought that was great for a multi-strand project.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I love that.
So and actually one of these I learned from Julie with the bindi barrettes.
Yeah.
Those bindi barrettes. And if you do a search on Amazon for bindi barrettes, you will get those. But you don't have to buy them on Amazon. You can also get them at the Dollar Tree. You can also get the bobby pins at the Dollar Tree. But
here, I'll actually show them to you. I've got one right handy.
There you go. Awesome. I think mine's somewhere that way somewhere. But so you can
bindi barrette
the end of your yarn with a bindi barrette.
Love it.
Or a bobby pin. But the neat thing about a bobby pin, if you go that route, granted it's a little bit harder because you gotta grab this stuff. It takes a little bit more.
Yeah.
But, the neat thing about a bobby pin is that it can also work as a stitch marker as well. So it has a dual purpose in that respect. But yeah, so either way, you can use those to secure the ends of your yarn balls if you need to. If you've created a ball or a cake from less than a full skein of yarn, and then the bobby pins you can also use as a stitch marker.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. I love those tips.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So here's what I was talking about with Jess. It's pretty much the same thing. So are you still worried about your stuff unraveling? Then dab a little hot glue, the low temperature, not the kind that's going to melt your plastic yarn. But dab a little bit of hot glue, or E6000 or fabric glue, something like that that's on the end that can be washed. And
is E6000 a brand?
Well, the hot glue actually would not be washed. So E6000 is a brand of It's a somewhat permanent glue.
Oh, okay.
Jess is probably right. The fabric glue would probably be best because that is intended to be washed. And the E6000, I think, is a little bit more washable than the hot glue. But if it's something that you're not going to wash as often, then do a dablet of the hot glue. And if that's all you got, use that and then wash it and then immediately do it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I said, oh, cool. I went to say good and I went to say cool and I switched them like halfway through and it came out good.
I do that all the time.
And then I tried again and it came out ghoul and I was like, oh, forget it.
It's like if something is bad and it's wrong, it's badong.
Oh,
yeah, it's a badong.
It's badong on so many levels.
Alice is saying that E6000 is also illegal in Europe.
Oh, why is it illegal?
Well, they want them to weave in their ends. They don't want them to be lazy.
They're like, you guys need to get better at this. Stop using these tips that makes life easier. Hey, David.
Hey, David.
Hi, David.
Oh, that was the last slide.
Yeah, I didn't have too many, but now Ginger can go back to her list before she spoils all of my whole 3 slides.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk.
There we go.
So we will just skip that first one.
Sounds good.
Here's number 2 for softening cheap, scratchy yarn. You ready to hear this?
I've heard it, but you go ahead.
Rinse in cold water. Shampoo thoroughly. Rinse twice. Work in section. Saturate entire piece with hair conditioner. Let sit in cool water for over an hour. And then rinse thoroughly.
I can solve this problem way faster.
Yep. I just don't buy it.
Buy yarn that's not scratchy.
Oh, yeah.
This sounds really involved.
Yeah. I've heard about this. I've heard about using like the shampoo and conditioner method. But I think that, I don't know, it just sounds really involved. And you've already made the project, right?
Yes, you've already made the project.
So you've already like had to work with this on your hands and it's scratchy.
I would just wash it in the washer and dryer first.
A skein of yarn?
No, I'd maybe dump the shampoo and conditioner in the washer and dryer. I'd put the shampoo in the detergent part and I'd put the conditioner in the fabric softener part and I'd run it through like that.
That sounds like a bad science experiment to me.
But you've already made the project with this really scratchy yarn and had an unpleasant experience doing that.
Yeah. No, I would throw the yarn in there before I use it.
Oh, but won't it get all tangled up and nasty?
I don't know.
All right, Ginger, that's your homework.
I will just buy Big Twist and Mainstays basic yarn instead of Red Heart basic. Super simple.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you put one of those clips on it.
Oh, it won't fall apart. I think it would still fall apart though. I think. I don't know. I want you to test this, Ginger, and then let me know.
She's going to break her washing machine. I just wanted to say to Lisa, thank you for the compliment. And I have Mel to thank for my scarf because Mel bought this yarn. She bought 3 hanks of it, and I guess it was kind of too bright for Mel. So she sent it up to the Whippy Chick.
It wasn't too bright for me, but when I bought it, I'm like, Julie would probably love this yarn. And then when I got it in the mail, I was like, you know what? I need to send Julie this yarn.
And I played with it for like days. I kept sending Mel pictures. I'm like, oh, look at it with this stitch. This stitch doesn't do this justice. What do you think about this stitch? And I kept sending her pictures. But I still have 2 hanks left. Actually, they're balls now. My son was so sweet. He cranked the ball winder while I held the hank, so I didn't lose any of it. but I think those might be either slipper socks or they might be mittens. I'm not sure because it is really very bright. Very, very bright.
The colorway is called anime.
It is anime. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like
love
it.
them. I love it. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, number 3. Yeah, I'm the same way, Lauren, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one too. Life is too short to work with scratchy yarn.
Yes.
Amen to that. And now they have cheaper yarns that aren't so scratchy.
This is true.
They do.
I mean, even just the Dollar Tree yarn it's wonderful to work with.
Love that yarn.
I made an entire blanket. Oh, the ocean blanket. I used Craft Smart, and it was fine.
The Craft Smart from Michaels.
Yeah,
and that's gotten so much better. But that I will say,
so much better.
When I say Dollar Tree yarn, I mean the Just Yarn by Premier.
Yeah,
not the Craft Smart Dollar Tree yarn.
Right,
not soft.
Yeah, yeah. The Premier is good. The Premier Just Yarn is so similar to Premier Basics. Yeah.
Oh, that's really what good. That's what this mostly is, and it is so soft to work with.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it.
So Jess says
I use a really good tip. Don't waste time on scratchy yarn.
Yeah. Too much work for a $3 skein.
Yep.
You're spending that much money on the conditioner.
Yep.
Jess says I use conditioner to help some of the rougher wools that I have to be nice and soft. I do it before making the project. I wind it onto a Swift and make it a hank first.
So you dip it like you would if you were dyeing the yarn.
Must be, yeah. Ed says you could put the yarn in a mesh laundry bag.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Put it in a mesh laundry bag.
Yeah, looks like Patty's agreeing with that. Or pantyhose.
Ooh, yeah.
Pantyhose. Pantyhose is a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
Or you can make a cotton bag and put it in the cotton bag and wash that with it.
Again, so much work for a $3 gain. Just buy nicer yarn. Save yourself some time.
And it's not even that you're spending more money on the nicer yarn. You really aren't. It's just you got to go around and find the basic yarn that feels better.
You must go touch the yarn.
Go touch the yarn.
Touch the yarn. Squeeze the Charmin, people.
Go touch it, feel it.
They say fondle it.
Fondle.
Yes, but please
caress the yarn.
Yes, caress is a better word than fondle because fondle.
Love it. Call it George.
That's right.
Put your head on it. You know
what? Rub it on the cheek because don't do that with like unknown yarn. You got to wait until you bring the yarn home to rub it on the cheek because some people don't like it when you rub your face.
I literally went to a yarn shop and there were signs all over the place. It's one of my local yarn shop videos. I think it's the one in Syracuse. And it is so funny because there's signs everywhere and it says, please do not rub yarn on your face.
Yeah.
It was during COVID. So it was like, please do not rub yarn on your face.
Okay.
Exactly. So go ahead and touch it with your hands. You're clean, bacterialized or debacterialized hands.
Yeah.
And then bring it home and rub it on the face.
Yeah.
Because that is what I did with, where's my soft, squishy yarn? I mean, the first thing you want to do when you touch this yarn is, I got it right here. It's not that far away. The first thing you want to do with this yarn.
Is that the cloud?
Yes. It's so amazing. All right, that's it. I'm done.
It is so amazing. Anybody who has not felt it, it makes you kind of want to go limp.
It does. It's like I want to go and hug it like you would a teddy bear when you're going to sleep, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes.
So nice. All right. I guess we should move off of scratchy yarn. And
I hope you guys, if I'm not paying attention, you need to let me know if little poop head right there. Okay, he's going away. Oh.
Oh, I hope he does.
I did. We want to see some stuff. We want to get scarred.
Off my head with their shenanigans. My glass head is probably behind me because that's where my Lady Jane normally is. They're like.
Okay. Number 3. If you tend to get frustrated with tough projects and burn out, keep an easy, fun project on hand at all times so you can work on it until you're ready to face the more difficult one again.
I don't know that I keep one on hand, but if I find that I am getting exhausted with a particular, I have my blanket projects that I'm doing. Yeah, do a hat, do some fingerless gloves, do a headband, just something.
Yeah.
Do a blue hat.
Blue hat, yes. Do a blue hat.
I started making those on my lunch break. It is the best project to take with you for lunch break.
Yeah, Amby's got a tip.
Yeah.
Yep, Amby's got a tip. So I just wanted to put that up there so I didn't forget that Amby has a tip. Yeah, Lisa is asking Ginger, how much do you have on the chain for a scrap blanket? So do you know what you chain up?
Yeah, it depends on how many strands I'm using. Like if I'm doing 4 or 5 strands, I might just do 100 chains. If I'm doing like 2 strands, I'll do 150. So, anywhere to make it like 4 to 5 feet long.
4 to 5, and that's what, throw size, right?
Or 4 to 5 feet wide. Because then I make it
that's throw size. That's throw to twin size.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, in between 100 and 150, just depends on how big you want to make your blanket and the yarns that you're holding to use.
I didn't even count my chains. I measured mine. I should probably go back and count how many stitches I have. I have no clue on my scrap, but mine's mine. I made mine specifically to fit my double bed.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, for me, unless I have a specific number that I have to do for like a repeat, like to create a certain stitch, like a V-stitch or something, you have to have, an even number or an odd number, something like that. I don't even really pay attention. I just do it until it looks long enough.
Yeah.
Like, this looks good.
You guys, I was totally ridiculous last night. I made, back when you showed us how to make that rug with 6 strands.
Yeah.
I made 2 blankets out of that. And then the first one that I finished, the scrap GAN that has 3 strands in it this year, and my 2 weighted blankets, one is 25 pounds and the other 17 pounds. I had all of those on me last night.
Oh my gosh.
When I was sleeping. Huh?
How did you breathe with a grown man sleeping basically on top of you with the weight of your blankets? You know what I mean?
Well, I didn't. I laid flat and I had my face sticking out of the blanket.
Oh my! I can't even imagine all that.
I'd be sweating.
I would be sweating. Yes.
Well, it's been cold here, so
it doesn't matter. I'd be sweating. In fact, it was funny because my coworkers. This was on another Zoom call, not this eventful one. I rarely wear sleeves anymore. And they mentioned, what's the weather like? I'm like, well, look, she's wearing a tank top. And I'm like, no, I'm wearing a tank top because I am middle-aged. And that is why I'm a 46-year-old woman, and you can take that wherever you need to go. But that is why I have no sleeves on.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
Oh, Jess, that's really sweet.
That is sweet.
Oh, it smells like her, and it's like she's cracking.
Yeah. I love that.
I am gonna have to put a review mirror.
I just have to make them out big so I can just see. Is there anything going on? Okay, things look quiet back there.
So cute. Look at how cute he is, and I've got Stella back behind me. She sleeps. So I am one of those people because I'm short. And not only am I short, I have a long torso and short legs. So this is probably way too much information, but I'm sharing it anyway. I never sit fully back in my seat. I always sit up in my seat. Even like a folding chair, anything, I sit up in my seat, so that I can have my feet flat. And because I do this, there's always a gap behind me. And normally what I do is my blankets, because if I don't have the heater running or it gets cold or the AC is on full blast and I get cold from that, I have my blankets tucked behind me, kind of like a backrest. Well, that has now become Stella's place to go curl up behind me and sleep. So it's kind of like on the back of the couch, but it's behind me. Anyway, yes. My tip is for pattern readers. After your initial skim of the pattern, make sure you are following instructions and all that. No matter how complicated or simple the pattern is, you can do it if you only read one stitch at a time. I see her second one. Only read one stitch at a time.
Yeah.
My favorite pattern books have it written out and they have a diagram. And
Yes.
while I don't fully work off of diagrams, I read the pattern. And then if I get confused, I use the diagram to help me kind of figure out what's going on.
And Ambi's tip works the same with diagrams too. Don't look at the whole thing. Just do one stitch at a time.
And I've got something, the next couple of tips right here kind of go with that.
Okay.
This one says, map out your pattern in Excel. Print your pattern off so you can mark off the rows as you go. This helps you remember where you are when you get interrupted. Another thing that you can, like when you have the pattern and you print it off, like if you're doing one of the sizes that's in the middle of the parentheses, so you don't get lost in the pattern when you're, like if you're doing a cardigan or something, go through and highlight everything in that size. And that helps getting lost.
Or circle it with like a red pen
or if you don't want to mark on the pattern, put it in a plastic sheet protector and kind of mark that off as you go, or mark off what you've done so far. But it helps me a lot to have my size highlighted in the color that I need it.
Another thing that I do with trying to keep track of my pattern is use a sticky note. And put your sticky note right under the row that you're on, and then you can keep moving it.
The page protector. I was going to put that tip in there, but I did it in last year's tips, so we keep it because we had it in line. We have another one where we did tips as well. And one of the ones is if you use a page protector to put your pattern in, number one, it keeps the pattern safe and you don't have to keep reprinting it. Number two, you can write notes on the page protector with usually you can wipe them off. It all depends on what kind of marker you use, but usually you can wipe it off and whenever you don't need those notes anymore. And I answered a question in the chat for Freehandly Made Ow, and I'm sorry if I
her name is Nisi.
Okay. For Nisi, I wanted to just let her know that, and she replied back, but any 5 to 6 strand blanket is going to be like a weighted blanket. I'm making a 5-strand blanket that's a double size, and I haven't even gotten through like that much of it.
They are so heavy.
And it is already very heavy. It's really heavy. And I was originally going to make a bunch of these and send them out to my live viewers. And I'm like, nope, not sending out 5-strand blankets. They are way too heavy to be putting in the mail.
That would cost $100 to mail.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. So whenever I go to make the scrap blankets for my viewers that are going to be sent to viewers, those are going to be like 2 and 3 strands scraps blankets. But that's it. Whew. Yeah.
I just think that this is so funny that Deneen wrote this, because I was just talking to Mel and Ginger about how that was exactly what the ENT said. She's like, you're not drinking enough water. You need to drink more water. So I just thought that was funny. So if you're struggling with postnasal drip like I do, yes, drinking more water totally helps. And I am getting a little froggy right now, but I I just do. I have to drink water like all the time.
Julie, she's just kind of froggy.
Yep, I'm froggy, a little froggy right now, but
And it would be funny if she's a froggy Julie that's frogging her blanket.
I'm not frogging anything right now, sister. I literally only have one whip going right now, and it's just a blue hat that I'm just going to always do blue hats on my lunch break, I think. That's the only thing. I've got everything finished.
Wow.
I've got to start my Jada square tonight, though.
Yeah, I need to finish my one. All I need is to finish my border, and that's going to take me just a minute or two. I was going to point out, Nisi said, I would like to learn how to do that, as weighted blankets are important for therapy for autistics. Absolutely. And you can easily make one. I would suggest, if you're going to make a 4 to 6 strand blanket, and that's with worsted weight or 4 weight yarn, you get a hook like this. This is a 19 millimeter hook, and you can find them on Amazon. I have them linked in my last couple of lives, but yeah, this is a 19 millimeter, and this is a pretty good. You want to make sure this part is deep. Whenever, even if you don't buy this one, make sure this part is deep so that it can pull in all of the strands of yarn. But it'll make a weighted blanket. And I know on Amazon, this particular hook, I think, is about $15.
That's a good price. And it's
a hook, but for this size hook, it's a really good price.
Yeah. I will say, if you really do need a weighted blanket, though, and you kind of need it in a hurry, Target had 15-pound weighted blankets at Christmas time, because I got one for my husband, and I think they were about $25, maybe $30, which is incredible, because when they started coming out that, you know, they were so good for therapy uses about 15, 20 years ago, weighted blankets were about $200. Because I was a pre-K teacher, and I had a child in my class who used one, and his blanket cost over $200 for his mother to purchase for him, because it was considered a medical thing. But now they're selling them right in the stores, and you can get them much, much cheaper.
Yeah.
And they work so well. I mean, like, my dog gave me a weighted blanket about 4 years ago, and I have slept with it every night since. And I don't know, it just really helps with the anxiety. And like,
go ahead.
The last couple of nights I've been sleeping, because I've been having anxiety and panic attacks. And when I lay down with all those weighted blankets on me, it's just a feeling right in here, having all that pressure really helps.
It's like a wonderful hug. Wonderful hug.
It's definitely a sensory input on all of your muscles and stuff. Is just
Well, and I think also, and I'm just telling you from personal experience here, because I haven't done the research on it, but for me, I have peripheral neuropathy. And so that means that my feet, I'm always having nerve issues with. I'm always in pain on my feet. And that's not like I walked all day, it hurts. No, it's all this constant, like, pins and needles in my feet. But the weight of like, I try to put like 4 or 5 blankets on my feet. So I think that making this 5-strand blanket is going to help. But the weight that distributed across my feet is amazing. It feels so good.
Yeah, I love that.
And are there still people out there? All of a sudden, my viewership number went down to 1.
Oh, it was doing that this morning too. I don't know why.
Good. I was like, oh my gosh, what happened? They all left. What did we say?
Everybody's like,
talking about weighted blankets now. I'm out.
Wow, I'm out of here.
It was so controversial.
And I see chats coming through, so
now the number's gone back up. Okay, must have been just a weird glitch. I was like, oh my gosh, what did we do?
yeah, it would go down to 0 this morning, and I was like, what in
the world?
Oh, Dawn's still here. Oh, good. That's good, Dawn. I'm glad.
Yay.
Everybody's still there. Okay.
We
BJ
were
said
evicted.
we were evicted.
Oh, here, I've got another tip. Okay,
Okay, how about we make this the last tip because we're at a minute, or I'm sorry, a minute and 26 seconds. We're at an hour and 26 minutes.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. This is a fun one.
Okay.
Pom-poms are a great way to use up the ends of a ball of yarn after your project's done with scraps. They're also a good scrap-tastic thing.
What is that?
Make pom-poms, yeah,
Okay.
and keep them on hand to use as gift wrap bows.
Yes.
I love that.
I love that.
Because I don't like keeping bows around because I end up throwing them away.
Yes. And then if you get, okay, so you keep pom-poms around, but then, if you get enough pom-poms, then you can do the little fisherman's knot and tie them together. And then you have garland.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you could either be working towards garland or a little bow for a Christmas gift.
I think that's wonderful.
I like, have you guys ever seen pom-pom wreaths too?
Yes. I love those.
Yeah.
And depending on what colors you're using, they could be seasonal,
That's true.
Like
right?
you could do red, white, and blue for patriotic, or pastels for Easter and spring. So Yarn Mood says we're all fine with the mucus talk, so you really can't lose us that easily.
Right? Right.
Well, there's that.
A liter a day, people. A liter a day.
Oh my gosh.
That's how much you swallow.
Vijay says there's no Yarny Fiber Sisters tonight, so you can keep going if you like. We do try and keep it between an hour and a half to 2 hours, closer to the hour and a half side. I could sit here and chat with you guys for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Weird like that.
And Julie gets tired.
Live, I go, and it's funny because you wouldn't think so, because I am introverted, but even my morning live, I make myself stop at the 2 hour mark. So yeah, I could do it, but and that's not to say anything against anybody who can't. It can be very draining for some people.
Yeah.
Oh, Ambi's got to tell us something. Which, Ambi, I have your notes, and I need to respond to your notes for something that you want to start in whatchamacallit.
What?
Okay.
I got nothing.
The IG message that you sent me, I know I still need to respond.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I have something I want to show you guys.
Okay. Let's see what Ambi has to say.
Yep.
Mel reminds you of a good friend because she is a good friend.
Aw, thanks. I'm so glad.
She is good.
That should be that's a good thing, right, Lisa?
It is a good thing. What you got, Ginge?
I've got a blanket that I made 24 years ago.
What?
What?
All right. Right. You're going solo, sweetie.
Oh my gosh. This looks like Red Heart Super Saver yarn.
It is.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
24 years ago. Here's a place where I had to repair it. Right there. I had to repair it, but 24 years. Red Heart Super Saver.
I love it. What stitch is that, Ginger? Is that the star stitch?
It is single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet.
Yeah.
And then when you go back through, you double crochet in the single crochets and you single crochet in the double crochets.
Yeah, I did a blanket like that, but it was single, double, treble.
Oh, nice.
And it made it like it really had a neat texture to it. It was pretty cool.
I have to answer Jamie's comment here. So when I get off my live here,
and it's still soft.
It's still soft. You're so cute, Ginger.
She washes it with shampoo every week.
That's a conditioner. But so Jamie, when I get off of my live here, that's when I start drinking my beer. And
all the more reason to go live, Mel. Oh, I should probably make us big again.
Yeah, this is a double. I was going to say this is a double-sized blanket. It fits a double-sized bed.
Oh, nice. Okay, how does it feel as far as the weight goes with that stitch? Is that a kind of a heavy blanket, or is it no heavier than a quilt, right?
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys.
It's cute. I love it.
Oh, but Jay said that she actually got a notification that the Yarny Fiber Sisters are going live in 30 minutes, so they must have changed their mind.
Oh, good for them.
So they must have changed their mind. But yeah, no, once I start drinking beer, I don't get on camera.
Much to our chagrin, because we would
Probably-
love to see it.
Probably smart.
Thanks, Amby.
That's sweet, Amby.
Aw.
I'm sorry, Amby, that you had that experience. So
Yeah.
but yay. I'm glad that you enjoy us, and please forgive me, you guys, for not being consistent on my Saturday mornings lately. I am playing catch up with not having a vehicle. So
Yeah. And it's hard because it's your only, your weekend's your only time,
Exactly. And then, like I mentioned in my community post, I'm in a sleepy small town, and a lot of places are closed on Sunday. So for me to get certain things done, like we have to wait until next weekend to get our hair done. I'm actually, you guys, you're gonna have to watch next week, because it's not going to be on my live, but by the time we do the yarn hookers, I'm going to have hair that's going to be about here.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I know. I can't wait to see your hair. It's going to be beautiful.
It is donation time. Donation time for all this mess, because my buns are getting too big. It just, yeah, that sounded really funny.
Story of my life.
All of our buns are getting too big, Mel.
This particular bun is getting too big, so
it's a big bun
to the side.
I like big buns, and I cannot lie.
Well, yeah. I have big buns. But anyway,
put them on the side before you do it, and do your Princess Leia.
Oh, see, I don't look quite right with my hair. Yeah, it doesn't.
With your big buns.
Lisa Grammy all the way, or Grammy Scattered says, "How long is your hair?"
Okay, here.
It's got to be at least 24 inches.
I'm not going to stand up, but basically it goes to my waist right now, just above the crack of my butt.
Yeah, and Ginger's is pretty long.
Is when it's too long.
Yeah. Ginger, how far down your back does your hair go, Ginger?
It goes down to where my butt starts sticking out, and then it touches that part of my butt.
Oh, wow.
So you're about the same length then, I think you are.
Yeah, we're about the same length.
Mm-hmm. Until next weekend when I'm donating it. And that's the way I've always been for the past 20 years. It takes me about 5 years to grow from here to this long.
Yeah.
And between 4 and 5 years. It all depends on stress and how well I'm eating and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I chop it off and I donate it, because I've always said I've never had that much money. I'm okay with money, but I've never had that much money to like just be throwing it away. But I got plenty of hair, so that's why. And my braid is usually about that wide.
Mm-hmm. That's a good size braid.
So and then of course it's pretty long, so it's enough to make a couple wigs at least.
So what's the process like for donation? Like, do they donate it like at the salon? Do you just leave it there, or do you have to like mail your ponytail somewhere?
For me, because I go to Great Clips, which is a chain, but I tend, if I'm the one that has to mail it out, it tends not to happen.
Yeah.
So I like to go to a salon that will mail it for me, and Great Clips does that.
Nice.
Actually, it's a free haircut too for Great Clips. I pay them. I pay my lady a good price, because when they go, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
When they have to go in and shape it, I'm still going to pay her full amount, even if it's a free haircut.
Yeah, they work hard.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Lori wants to know, we can donate our buns. Who accepts tummy donations? I have plenty to share of both.
Right.
And Bobby Ellison says, I hated that hair thong in the shower.
Oh, yes, Bobby. Yes, you know what I'm saying. It's the worst.
Hair thong.
when you have to dry your crack to make sure there's no hair up in there. And I know that's probably way TMI, but that's long hair for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm just reading the chat. Sorry. It looks like I'm not paying attention. Oh, okay. Well, what do you think, guys?
Yeah, I think
Ginger and Mel have a lot more endurance for lives than I do. Dana
just went live too. Dana with Wanderlust Crochet. She sometimes will be on the road, and I doubt she's on the road right now. But she just went live as well. So I think we should go ahead and let everybody go so they go check Dana out and then go to the Yarny Fiber Sisters later.
Yeah.
I think that sounds wonderful.
I think so too. So next week, where are we? I think we're at Mel's, right?
We are at Mel's next week.
I don't know what the subject is. You'll find out.
It's a surprise. It's a surprise. We do have it written down somewhere, but is it bags?
I have no clue. I really
remember. I can find out very quickly.
I have no clue. My brain is mashed potatoes this week.
Oh, sweet Ginger.
Mashed potato.
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Here it is. I think it's bags, but I'm not sure. I don't want to tell you wrong. The 2022 Yarn Hookers schedule says, no, it's not bags. Oh my goodness. Why didn't I know this? What's the big holiday next week?
Oh, is it Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day.
Heart stuff? Are we doing stuff about love?
So Ginger, your homework for next week is to cover that tree with hearts, baby.
Ooh, I love it. And not all black hearts. I want to see at least one red and one pink, okay?
How about a red one with a knife stuck in it?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. That's
go goth if you need to go goth, Ginge. If you need to go goth, you do it.
Or a knitting needle stuck in it.
There you go.
Or a crochet hook.
Okay.
You do what you got to do, girlfriend.
Let's keep it not too scary.
Sorry. Sorry.
Remember, we need to be your alibis, and it's much easier if we don't know what's going on.
I'm all talk, no action.
Oh goodness. All right, guys. So we'll see you next week over at Hook to the Left, and we will be talking Valentine's Day stuff. So see you next week.
Can't wait to see you then.
I better get to my little thingamajiggy here. I've got to push a button. See you later, everybody.